What's going on YouTube? What's really happening today? Beautiful day, 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July. Congratulations all with Independence Day. We're still on the subject of fuel pump. What are we installing for the fuel pump? I did go back and forth on the fuel pump decision, and I decided on DW300C. It's a 340 liters per hour flow pump. We're gonna push this guy to a limit. They're not expensive. They're anywhere between $120 and $180, so it's not a big deal if I need to upgrade the pump later. The most expense gonna be into the fuel lines and feed lines and all of that other, and new fuel injectors and all of the other stuff. That's where the money is gonna be. The pump itself is not a big deal. So DW300C 340 liters per hour pump. Remove your back seat. Tricky. There's two clips right here, one here, one on the other side. In order to pull that out, you have to kind of like pull this clip this way to release that latch. I was messing with it, sweating in here forever. There's a sound system on the back. So pull that, pull it out, that's it, it comes out. So looks like some creature lived here and ate some nuts and left some behind. So there's two access doors, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. You need one on the passenger side. I opened it just in case. I cleaned them up. Looks like there was some beasts staying here for the night, so we're gonna have to clean that up. Whole bunch of little nuts and trash in here that mouse probably brought in. So we're gonna have to unplug the connector power to it. We'll undo the two fuel lines on the main one, but before that I want to blow it with the compressed air. Look, all the nuts and everything. There's just a mouse in here or some kind of creature. I'm gonna blow it with the compressed air, get all the dust out, so when you take the cover off you don't get any of that dirt inside your fuel tank. So you pull this guy out, kind of work it. And another point is, if you can't put a gloves on, please put a gloves on, because your hands will smell for days. Alright, there you go, you put it in the bucket, and boy, this tank is full. Yep, sounds good. So let's work now on the fuel pump. All right, guys. I think rain's gonna start anytime now. So you just undo the little clip things all around, and this thing comes out. So your fuel pump is right here. You can see your OEM pump with a little filter thing. And I noticed, look at all that dirt on the bottom of that canister that supports this fuel pump. Look at that dirt. Look at that dirt. Ooh, ugly. So this video has been a very long video for me, going back and forth on the pump decisions and all that stuff. So there's gonna be a footage from different days. Bear with me. This is the fuel system that's been already taken apart from the other video that I don't know how I'm gonna compile this, but we'll figure it out. This is the OEM fuel pump, and this is our D-Dub. So there you go, there's two pumps right there, and see how these clips right there, that's what I was talking about. It clips right into the housing. If you buy a universal one, it doesn't have none of that. That universal, you need to do some magic in there. But this is what we're going to be using. So I took that apart. The video is going to be somewhere here. So now it's time for do not forget this spacer right here. You need to take this spacer from the OEM pump, and you need to put that on top of yours. Now that's the first part. The second most important part is two of the washers. You must have both of them, two washers. If you don't what did I do with the pump? There you go. If you don't have two of them right here, you might run into a problem. Do not run into a problem. Use both of them. All right, and now we are in the car. So let's put this guy back in. Once you insert it, you have to press it down for it to lock in place or do whatever. Careful with the floaty, don't bend it. So kind of that floaty thing goes in first. All right, there you go. I guess that's it right here. Boom, you drop it, which was facing. All these hoses and all, they just want to be in your way. Let's plug the connector up. Okay. Main line. There you go. And whatever those two are. And two. There you go. Alright, you guys saw it, how it's done. Let's put the cover back on. So to finalize the video, I'm sorry for some of the footage was lost because this GoPro 5 that I'm dealing with has been having some issues. It's been on and off. The screen's not been working, and now the audio. Once I recorded a whole bunch of videos, I watched them and half of them didn't have the audio. I did really nice videos of explanation how to take apart the pump and what to do, but it lost all the audio, so I'm gonna have to get a new GoPro. Anyway, everything was completed. Seat is back on, looks great. To finalize the video, we already have a 6-speed transmission in. Everything's been installed. Training's right here. That's the next video. I already have everything recorded. I hope I have all the audio for it, because this was no joke. Literally, guys. Little sneak peek preview right there. It was something else. I hope now I'm gonna go back and watch it, but I hope I have all the footage for it, because this was by myself alone installing 6-speed trainee that's like 180 pounds. It was something magical. Anyway, you watched the video on a fuel pump, not a complicated thing to do. Couple points that I lost in the video that I want to bring up right now, so you guys know what it's all about. I did pick that pump 340 for the reason. First reason, number one, it's direct plug-in to your housing, Subaru housing. If you go anything above that, if you go 400 and up, like next one is 450, 475, 535 and up, you're gonna have to modify your housing. Everything needs to be stripped down. It's a completely custom installation. Once you go into the 450 world, then you need to most likely need to upgrade your lines, rails, and 1300 injectors that I'm gonna use, the ID 1300s. Once you go 450, you can might as well just go 1700 or 2000. It will support that. So I figured I'm gonna go as least as possible, plus the wiring. Another thing is this 300cc, the 300C pump, which is 350 liters per minute per hour, will run on the stock wiring, because stock wiring is a 15 amp. That pump draws 15 amp max. If you go anything above that, you need to rewire the whole thing with the relays, fuses, and 25 amp or 30 amp circuit.
with the power that I want to get out of the car, I think I'm gonna be just fine. On 93, I'm gonna be completely fine. If I go E85 world, I might be a little bit short. So if I go E85, I'm gonna start cutting short on fuel. My next upgrade is gonna be the relays and a custom wiring, which I can do myself, not a big deal. If that's not gonna be enough, I'm gonna go into the rails, aftermarket rails. And if at that point that's not gonna be enough, then we're talking the whole fuel system, lines, returns, everything. Then I'm gonna see where I'm at, if I'm happy with the horsepower that I'm at, or I have to dump another tons of money into all of that. So that's the reason I went with the 300C, DW300C, because it's a direct plug-in. You don't have to do much. With a little bit of wiring, like I said, new relay and rails, you might get little bump on it on E85, but on 93 I should be just fine. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, consider clicking subscribe. More videos coming on this build. Long block is getting assembled tomorrow. 6-speed transmission STI is in it. The whole front's getting painted. Whole bunch of things happening. Stay subscribed. More videos coming up this week, next week. Thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.